Potter's Journal. Okay, today in the studio we will put spouts and lug handles on maple syrup jugs. Okay, but first, quickly, let's go out in the sugar bush and see if we have collected much sap for making the syrup to put in these jugs. This stuff has just been gushing out of here, but we just ended the freeze-thaw cycle, and now it is just freezing for a couple days, and it has stopped completely. So I guess that is the end of what's called the first run. Hopefully there'll be some more. We'll see. This is all new to me. Syrup jugs. Here is what we're doing. Okay, a spout, couple lugs that we will put a wooden and wire handle on. Okay. And when the lugs dry out a bit, we'll use a punch, put a hole in there, and then when it dries out some more, I will round it down. Okay, and for the lug, I've been taking a piece of clay and rolling a coil, flattening it, and then just working with it and rounding the edges. Then we will, cut it in half. Actually not in half, I'm going to cut it on an angle through the center. Okay, and hopefully, let's see, one is a little bit taller, so we will cut it down until we get them both the same size, and they've got the angle on there so that they will fit going straight up, or somewhat straight up, on the side of the pot. And then to place the lugs, I will just use this to make the mark. Okay, on either side, and hopefully equally spaced. And okay, a bit of slip can't hurt. And we will get these centered so they look even on both sides. Okay, and so they're straight up and down from this angle as well. Let's see, in the top, about the same place. And then, okay, get them firmly attached. We will just go down, pressing in to the lug and down into the pot, the same as if we were doing a dovetail handle on a mug. And then, how do you get the inside? My finger won't fit in there. Okay, I don't like to use a lot of tools, so we'll just use the opposite side of the needle and press into the lug and bring a little bit of clay down and give it a nice rounding sweep. Okay, good, that worked. And the jug needs to be stiffened up enough so that when you do this, you don't push into the jug, since it's hard to get in there. and push it back out if you would happen to do that. Okay. And this can be shaped some more now, and maybe also after it stiffens up a bit too. And take a sponge and round that off a bit. And yeah, from what I could tell, these were used mostly as, okay, syrup jugs, but not maple syrup this time, but soda pop syrup. The images with the old images I saw that still had labels on them had some kind of lime soda and Coke on it. Okay, and the inside. Okay, and round the top off. On the ring jugs that I did, the donut ring jugs and the flasks, the handles went on those the same way. And I do seem to remember coming back later and carving down, maybe carving down the shape a bit more. And after putting the hole in for the handle, even rounding that off, so it was not just punched through with a punch, but actually sculpted and rounded to fit. So the form looked like it was just one complete body. Okay, spout. Okay, and I made these on the pad so I could lift them off, and it doesn't dry off being on the board. I will then, now, okay, cut this in at an angle. So it'll fit right on the side of the jug. Okay, and we'll go around and give it a pinch. Okay, and clean up the inside. And so get this placed in the center. And it looks like, we've got it up high enough. Let's see, so we don't spill out the syrup. Okay, and I will come around and mark just where this goes. Okay, and I'll give that a bit of a score. Okay, this, I'm also going to open this up at an angle in, because this is, I don't want any sharp angles or in there that we're not really going to be able to get in to clean this up. So if we do this right, when we put it together and push it in firm, all the edges should come fairly clean. Okay, I don't want that to fall in, so we will, stab it with a needle and finish the cut, and then pull it out. And then fix that. Okay, so I am then going to take this, make sure the inside is round, and pinch this out so that the pressure of putting on the spout will come up against this and push this in, bringing this and the spout together and leaving a clean inside, since we won't be able to get inside and clean it up later. Okay, so we're bringing that out. And we will be fairly generous here with the slip. Okay, and on the spout as well. Okay, and then because that is pushed out, when we put this on, the pressure of the two coming together, and all the angles hopefully will close up any rough spots. And then just seal this up on the outside. And this is a little firm, so if this was a little wetter, we might be able to just come around here and round this off, but I don't like any seam to show, so I am going to come back with some wet clay and a coil. If we did enough of these, or if I caught that a little sooner and wetter, we could have hopefully eliminated this part. But I want a very smooth transition. I don't want to see. I want it to just flow from one part into the next. Okay. Okay, and now we can come back with the sponge. Okay, syrup jugs. Okay, we did it again here. We got ourselves out of, just taking it one step at a time, out of a sticky situation. It just keeps pouring out of these things. Look at that. That one's almost filled up again. Okay, taps and spouts. Drip, drip, drip. If only. Okay, it was actually maple syrup coming out. And it didn't take 40 drips of sap to make one drip of syrup. This is a different clay body. And I forgot I didn't make a handle or a spout for this one. Now I saw this on a very small syrup jug without handles. And I don't have the right kind of water to make slip either. A very small syrup jug. This is a little round ball of clay on a very small syrup jug, and it didn't even have a handle, probably because it was about the size you could just grab it and pour it. So we are just going to put this on here. And shape it like a little spout. And when it stiffens up, I will take this and punch a hole right through it. And I would say, I don't know if this is acceptable or cheating, but since I'd seen it done, somebody had done it before, and not a hobbyist amateur either, but somebody that was, these were serious syrup jugs that were being made to be used. Okay, and it was rather short. Okay, so here's another alternate spout method. Okay, stop back and see how this turns out. And sometimes I've been getting 2 of these in a day. One in the morning when it's chilly and cold, and one in the evening. It just keeps pouring out of these taps.